Hello, Jake. Could you give an introduction about yourself?
Alrighty, so Jake King is my name. I'm located here in Huntsville, Alabama. Um, I started the real world when I was working in a warehouse, waking up at 3 a.m. Dreaded every minute of my day. Heard Andrew Tate, heard his message, and it kind of resonated with me. I started to just listen to the podcast and do everything like that. But one of the ones about AI really caught my attention, and I joined and joined Pope's campus. Started learning content creation. That eventually, I was swindled by Arno to join his BIAB campus, and it was pretty much over from there. I fell in love with marketing. I love every bit of it. There's nothing better than being able to walk into a business and know that you can bring them clients and they'll pay you a lot for it. So I've found a lot of joy in that and a lot of lessons to be learned in there. I fell from the sky a couple times already. I know it won't be the last time that would happen, but I guess that's kind of the brief introduction. Um, but
And that was quite an introduction. Uh, 3 a.m., waking up, working in a warehouse. How did it get to that point? Was it because you didn't have a direction you were heading, or like, yeah, what was your life leading up to that?
right, so I got a college degree, but I had fell into some legal trouble, and so I wasn't able to get the job that I was trying to get. I was, not passing background checks and things like that. So nothing violent or anything like, nothing crazy like that, but really just petty crimes. And I really had no other option. I was like, well, there's either I make this for myself or I'm going to be stuck in a warehouse for the rest of my life, and I just was not going to bear with that. So
And then you say you found the real world, you joined Arno's campus. What did you build from there? How did the idea come? Were you already working on something and it just helped scale it further, or what was the
right,
situation there?
so I was working with two or three different companies making different ad creatives for them, whether it was a poster, a billboard, or, a 30-second ad. I was doing something like that. And then Arno came about. He joined one of Pope's calls, I remember it was sometime last year. And, or it was actually the year before last, because that's when he started BIB in January. And then he got everyone all hyped up about marketing and this, that, and the other. It'll change your life. And, Pope was already teaching it a little bit, but I just really, really relayed with Arno's teaching. I like how he just gives it straight. There's no, sugarcoating to anything. He, I, one of the best teachers I ever had. I owe him the world. One of the best mentors ever, and that's that.
Mhm. Amazing. And then yeah, what did you build from that? How did you scale it, and where is it now?
So I built. Now I help a lot of local businesses, fencing companies, HVAC companies, electrical companies, a few foundation companies, pressure washing. I hope a lot of home improvement businesses run their Facebook ads and do their ad creatives. Um, that's pretty much what it kind of scaled into. Referred, word of mouth. I've run meta ads to grow that. So it's just kind of scaled into that. Now it's generated me almost $20,000 a month, and I'm looking to. I had the best January ever, and I'm looking to make more in February.
Hmm. So again, from working in a warehouse to now making 20,000 a month, building something of your own. Amazing. And how did you? Something most people struggle with when starting out on this path is actually landing their first client. So,
Right.
what was that situation for you? How did you land your first one?
So 0 to 1 is the hardest. I mean, in percentage terms and everything like that. What kind of a stroke of luck for me was that I had my father-in-law was related to someone in the business world that owns a construction company. I was able to show him some of my stuff. I sent him some outreach and, went and met him one day at one of their shows and he loved it. And then it kicked off from there. So
Mhm.
really just a stroke of luck, if I had to say.
What about your first cold client? Someone who wasn't in any way like anyone you knew. So, did you? What kind of outreach did you do for them? As in to
Uh,
land them. And how did it go about? How did you
uh,
go about actually getting
I
them as a client?
never, I never had any luck with like email outreach. I sent a lot of emails, and I've started conversations with some, but never really closed on a cold email outreach. I kind of just said forget it, and I've any cold ones I get are normally from Meta ads, so they'll fill out a form on the website, get the lead magnet, they'll start getting the email list, and then they'll eventually either come over or they'll fill out the form immediately.
Mhm. So you ran a campaign basically for yourself, advertising your service. Did I
Yep.
understand correctly?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So Arno teaches everything in his campus. I mean, he teaches you from the ground up, from doing it from with $0 or doing it with $1,000. It's to scale. So
Oh, good, got it. And now 20,000 a month. Are you actually outsourcing any of the work, or is it
yep.
something that you can continue doing yourself and can scale it yourself, or will you
So
look to outsource in the future?
so right now it's that was one of the big growing pains for me was hiring people and getting people on that are competent. Luckily, throughout this whole process, my fiance has been amazing. She's more the design person, so any type of website or um, banner, flyer, any type of creative that I need made, she really helps out with that. And then I have a another person on my team that's really doing the scheduling and things like that. Put me in meetings with clients or scheduling different things like that. But as far as all the labor and things like that goes, the brain work, it's still all me.
And plans to outsource that? Like, are you actually looking to outsource, or will you continue what you're doing? What's the
Uh,
situation there?
Eventually, I will, like if it continues to grow. But I love this. I mean, I love marketing. It's amazing.
So that definitely helps a lot when you love what you do
Right.
and you're starting to earn good from it. All right, then what are your parents thinking about what you've been doing and the changes they've seen?
They're super happy and super proud of me. Only my mom's around now, so that's the only
Mhm,
person I got to tell. But I
mhm.
know Dad's looking down at me. He's happy too. But my mom doesn't really understand it. She sees the blog posts and the websites that I build and everything like that. She thinks it's really cool, but
Mhm.
she she doesn't really understand it. I guess she's happy
Okay,
for me.
fair enough. And considering the, how would I phrase this? Considering the change in income now, has lifestyle changed at all? Or
Absolutely.
okay, in what way? Please do
So
tell.
I can go out to eat now. I can take the fiance out when I want to. We actually can book and plan trips,
Mhm.
and it's not us going in debt. My complete all the credit cards, every financial burden I had has been alleviated. 20K a month is a lot, but it's funny because once you get there, you're like, oh, this ain't nothing. I need 40. I need
Yep.
50. It's a never ending battle. So this is a lifetime challenge of mine.
Okay. And then let's go for future plans. So, for anything business related, personal, what do you have for short term, medium term, and long term? What
So,
goals, what plans?
so I'd like to get better on camera. Also, I'd like to learn and learn how to teach people and be a coach for this kind of stuff because I
Mhm,
think that's kind of the evolution you go through it. You start a marketing agency, you run a marketing agency or a sales organization or something like that, and then you grow it to success, and then you start teaching other people how to do it. So that's really
mhm.
my next step would be, you know, keep taking my beginner licks in this, continue to learn, continue to network and grow, and then eventually teach people that were in the position I was in.
Very cool. And then that'll be the sole focus for now. Was there anything else for plans and goals for future?
Oh, tons. Build a family, um, get more, purchase more real estate houses. I mean, there's a lot on the list, but I guess build a family is number one.
And planning on staying in US then, it
Oh,
sounds like.
yeah, absolutely, sweet home Alabama.
All right. Very cool. Because yeah, many people look to leave country, but I guess things are starting to look up now, so definitely worth staying. All right,
Absolutely.
but don't want to get too political for this. So let's go with the real world, hmm, with how much, like you've said yourself, how much it's helped you. How different would you say the resources are that are within the real world compared to if you were trying to learn this without the platform?
Oh man, it's incredible, the resources you have. I mean, I go into consultant meetings at these companies, and I mean, just roll my eyes. I mean, they just don't know the first thing about direct response marketing or anything like that, and it's insane to me because it's like a hidden gem. I guess I don't know why people don't understand it, or I've never heard about it until Pope and Arno had talked to me about it. So, and they give it to you straight. It's direct to the point. It's not this sugarcoat BS. They're actually here for you to make money. That's their number one goal. They want you to be successful. They want you to make money. They're covered. They have enough money to last them a long time, and they want you to be successful. So they're giving you the ticket to it.
Very well said. And I guess we can wrap up with since people, some people, when they look at the real world, they think, man, $50 and this Andrew Tate guy, he must be trying to scam me. I'm not sure if I want to join. What advice would you have to those people?
Just do it. It's $50. There's not much to lose there. There's so many different avenues for them to test out. I mean, I know a lot of people are gambling with crypto. Come to the real world and learn how to trade crypto properly. Learn how to invest that money and learn how to make money and keep it. Um, if you can't spare $50, then on your betterment of your future, then I guess you don't want to be better.
Exactly. And now, if people want to find out more about you or contact you, where could they do so?
So a marketing agency is called Smart Swipe. We're located here in Huntsville, Alabama. Um, you can also find me on X, Smart Swipe Dev, and that's it.
Cool. We'll add that to the description of video. So if anyone's interested, just check in description and you'll be able to get in through that. And yeah, Jake, thank you for coming on. Interesting that you say you want to be a public speaker. Could definitely see you doing so with how well you articulate yourself. And
Thanks.
amazing that again you went from waking up at 3 a.m. having to go work at a warehouse to now doing your own thing for 20,000 a month, and technically it's just the beginning. Still, there's so much more you can scale.
That's right.
So amazing story there. Glad that you're able to share it. At some point in future, we can do a follow up as well if you want. But yeah, thank you for
Let's
coming
do it.
on
I'm
and
down. Let's
wish you
run
all
it.
the best. Amazing.